So we are now well on our way into 2021, and we're all hoping it's going to be a fantastic year. Jeep also is hoping that their year will be special for them too, because this is their 80th year anniversary. And this year they've also launched the facelift version of the all-new Jeep Compass. The Jeep Compass was launched about 3 years ago, and this is the first major update that the car has received now. It gets a whole lot of goodies, and of course, it has a brand new design. So let's go see what this car has to offer. On the outside, the changes to the Compass are limited to a redesigned front and revised air dams, and an updated grille as well. Jeep has now fitted the Compass with LED projector headlamps with LED DRLs as well. Along the side profile, the Compass sits on newly designed 18-inch alloy wheels. There aren't many changes to the design around the back though, but it does get an all-new taillight. Now, when the Compass was first launched, it actually won our hearts over with its awesome exterior design. It was bold, it was rugged, and it had great road presence. Even the interior was pretty good, but now Jeep has taken a step further and they've made the interiors a whole lot better. It certainly feels a lot more plush, and it's got a brand new design. The entire dashboard has been changed, even the center console has been changed, and what used to have a knob here for the driving modes, it's now been switched to a little button over here, which looks pretty nice. It's very fancy, and you have buttons for four-wheel drive, low, four-wheel drive lock, hill assist, all these things here, and certainly it does feel a lot more plush in the interiors. The dashboard now sports a 10.1-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Uconnect 5 system, featuring Connect Tech and over-the-air updates. Other highlight features include wireless charging, including wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. An all-digital instrument cluster is also available, and a 360-degree camera with electric and ventilated front seats, and a lot more. So in my opinion, I think the interiors certainly have been improved a lot, and it looks very, very nice in here. I love the infotainment system here. It's nice and big, and it's got a great sense of presence for you to feel it. And ergonomically, everything is placed absolutely just right. In fact, when it comes to the segment, I think the Jeep Compass now has a significant edge over the competitors in terms of the futuristic and the contemporary interiors that it now has. Even the rear seats feel very plush. It still has got a lot of room, and I mean, certainly this car has been made for people who like to drive and go on adventures. But even if you want to be chauffeured around, the back seat of the Compass is very comfortable and got plenty of room. And this car is also pretty practical, as it's got a lot of space in the boot as well. Another add-on now is that it now gets an electric boot. Powering the new Compass facelift will be the same set of engines, a 1.4-liter turbo petrol and a 2-liter diesel. The petrol is good for 160 brake horsepower and 250 Nm. The diesel, on the other hand, makes 171 brake horsepower and 350 Nm. Both engines come paired with a manual transmission as well as an automatic transmission option. Interestingly, the new Jeep Compass only gets the all-wheel drive option with the diesel engine and automatic transmission combination. So we've driven the top-of-the-line S variant, which is the 4x4 diesel automatic, and mechanically the car is exactly the same, except of course for the new BS6 engine. The ride quality is still on point, suspension setup is fantastic, and this car feels very sure-footed on tarmac. What is obviously the best quality of the Compass has always been its ride quality. It can handle bad roads, especially our Indian urban roads, very well, and the ride is very plush. It's a very nice, comfortable feel, no matter what kind of road surface you're going on. And then, of course, you've got that transmission, which is very convenient, the automatic, of course, which is the 9-speed. But in my opinion, it does feel a little lazy at times. It does hold the gear a little too much, and the steering also feels a little heavy at times. So in that respect, sure, it's not the most engaging car to drive, but certainly it drives very well. It's got a lot going for it in terms of power and performance. Acceleration is great, even though because the turbo does have a little bit of lag, it still drives pretty well. Then, of course, when you want to go off the tarmac, you have that option of four-wheel drive. Now, of course, the 4x4 of this car is fantastic, and there's no other car in this segment that offers that. So if you want to get off the tarmac and go on some adventure trails or go on a very long road trip in the mountains, let's say Ladakh or somewhere like that, you know that this car can do it perfectly well, and you'll be safe at all times. It's got some of the best safety features in the segment as well, and you can just do so much with it. And of course, the fun factor, if you are an off-roader, this car certainly has everything you could ever ask for. And in that respect, this car is the perfect SUV because it is actually truly a sports utility vehicle in every sense. Sure, it has the right dimensions to be small and practical in the city, and it has enough power for you to have fun with on the highway. But then, getting off-road, no other car comes close to this. Of course, you have the Tata Harrier, and of course, you have the Hyundai Tucson, but those cars certainly don't come close to this in terms of the build quality, the ride quality, and the capability that this one has. Now, the base variant of the Compass starts at around 16.9 lakh ex-showroom. That's about 50,000 rupees more than the previous generation. And if you look at the segment below that, the Seltos, the top-end variant of that car, comes in about 18 or 19 lakhs ex-showroom, and that comes stacked with all the features. So if you don't want the 4x4 capability and you just want a very nice urban SUV, then I really have to say you're much better off going with the Seltos top-end variant, which is a lot cheaper than this one right here. This is the top-of-the-line S model, and this is about 28 lakhs ex-showroom, which is very expensive. And the features you get in this variant, you also get in the top-of-the-line Seltos. But if you do want the power and you do want that off-road capability, then this car certainly has no other that comes close to it. So make sure to go ahead, get a test drive, and see if the all-new Compass is made for you.